What if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning? One moment, you're going about your day, perhaps sipping a coffee or walking down the street. The next, you're flung eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. Everything not anchored to the planet's core would be violently ripped from its foundation, continuing its momentum across a now still surface. Imagine the sheer chaos. The air in our atmosphere, which currently moves with the planet, would suddenly become a global windstorm of unimaginable force. These winds would exceed the speed of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded, scouring the face of the earth and pulverizing everything in their path. Buildings, forests, mountains, all would be eroded and torn apart in an instant. It would be a planetary-scale sandblaster, erasing civilization in a matter of minutes. Simultaneously, the world's oceans would surge from their basins. Unrestrained by the planet's rotation, the immense bodies of water would rush eastward, creating megatsunamis that would dwarf any we have seen. These waves, potentially miles high, would crash over entire continents, washing everything away before settling in new, gravitationally stable locations. The Earth's familiar geography of 7 continents would be completely redrawn. Water would pool at the equator, creating a massive global ocean, while 2 new supercontinents would emerge at the poles. Our daily cycle of day and night is a direct consequence of the Earth's 24-hour rotation. If this spin were to cease, this fundamental rhythm of life would end. One half of the planet would be locked in a permanent, scorching day, while the other half would be plunged into an eternal, frigid night. The side facing the sun would see temperatures climb to unbearable levels, boiling away any remaining surface water and baking the landscape into a desolate desert. The dark side would become a frozen wasteland, with temperatures plummeting to hundreds of degrees below zero, freezing even the gases in the atmosphere. Life, as we know it, would be pushed to the brink of extinction. The only conceivable place for survival would be a narrow strip of land between the 2 extreme zones, the Terminator line, or the twilight zone. In this sliver of perpetual dawn or dusk, temperatures might be just mild enough to support liquid water and, potentially, life. Human survivors, if there were any, would have to become nomadic, constantly moving along this twilight band to stay within the habitable temperature range. The consequences would extend far beyond the surface. The Earth's rotation plays a crucial role in generating its magnetic field, which acts as a protective shield against harmful cosmic rays and solar radiation. The spinning of our planet's liquid iron outer core creates a dynamo effect, producing the magnetosphere. If the rotation stopped, this dynamo would likely weaken or collapse entirely. Without this shield, our planet would be bombarded by deadly radiation from the sun and deep space. Any life that survived the initial cataclysm on the surface would be exposed to lethal doses of radiation, leading to widespread mutations and death. The very shape of our planet would change. The centrifugal force from the Earth's spin causes it to bulge slightly at the equator, making it an oblate spheroid rather than a perfect sphere. Without this spin, gravity would be the sole force shaping the planet. Over millions of years, the Earth would slowly relax into a more perfect sphere. This geological shift would trigger catastrophic earthquakes and volcanic eruptions on a scale never before witnessed. as the planet's crust adjusts to its new shape. In this new, static world, the atmosphere would eventually settle. The global winds would die down and the air would stratify based on temperature. The sky on the sunlit side might become a hazy, perpetual white due to the constant, direct sunlight, while the night side would offer a crystal clear, unending view of the stars, unobscured by atmospheric shimmer or light pollution. The moon would continue its orbit, but its appearance in the sky would change dramatically. It would no longer rise and set daily. Instead, it would seem to hang in the sky for weeks at a time before, slowly passing through its phases and disappearing below the horizon for an equally long period. This static Earth would be a silent, alien world. The familiar sounds of wind, waves, and the daily hustle of life would be replaced by an unnerving stillness. The survivors in the twilight zone would live in a world of perpetual twilight, their entire existence defined by the narrow band of habitability. They would have to relearn everything about agriculture, navigation, and timekeeping. The concept of a day would become meaningless, replaced perhaps by the slow, stately passage of the moon or the distant, unmoving stars. Life on Earth is a delicate dance, intricately woven with the planet's motion, its spin, its orbit, its tilt. These movements create the cycles of day and night, the changing of the seasons, the patterns of wind and ocean currents that distribute heat and sustain ecosystems. It is this constant motion that makes our world vibrant and alive. So the next time you feel the gentle warmth of a sunrise on your face, take a moment to appreciate the silent, powerful force behind it. Remember, it's not the sun that is majestically rising into the sky. It is you and everything you know spinning through the vastness of space at 1,000 miles an hour on a living, breathing planet.